have a facelift is so personal, and for me it was extremely spiritual as well. I wanted to make sure that I was doing this for the right reason. And the right reason for me isn't because society's doing it, because it's in a magazine and that's what women my age do anymore. It was more of an internal, what can I do to improve myself? And there's an awkwardness about that. There's an uncomfortability, I believe, in women my age, thinking that maybe they should just settle for where they're at. Maybe there's even a little bit of shame that you're doing this procedure. Recently, I just turned 60, and before that, I went into a time of reflection, looking at some photos, and it was definite that over the last 5 years, those areas had shown the most decline because of the aging process. The last, I'd say 3 to 5 years, I've just noticed a little bit loss of volume in my face. I've been noticing some of the folds. Just didn't have the glow, the refreshed look that I once had, even as recent as 5 years ago. I could definitely see that there could be some possible improvement, I was thinking, through seeing a plastic surgeon. Right away, I made the consultation appointment and I went in, and what I really liked is I felt that the atmosphere was professional, it was relaxed, it was realistic. That's what I wanted. Not a lot of glam, not something that wasn't achievable to be done to me. I've made a decision there right then, that day, that this is what I wanted to do and felt very comfortable with it. I was surprised that the surgery center was at the same location as where Dr. Z's office is as well, recognizing that it's a surgery center as well as he has his private practice. And I was quite impressed by that. They went ahead and brought me in and prepared me for the surgery, and that required getting an IV in me and taking the medical history, and the anesthesiologist was in. He double-checked the medical history, and then another nurse just came in and triple-checked the different things about me, my medical history, so I feel real confident.
Excited?
I'm excited.
Wow, fantastic.
So on the jowls, in reviewing some of the different client profiles, I noticed some are subtly done,
Yes.
and then some, the jowls disappear.
Right.
Where will mine be so I have a realistic expectation?
It'll be significantly reduced. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to be pretty aggressive. Your overall contour's pretty good, because you have such a well-defined jawline, you have really good bone structure, but we have this crepiness, and then also we can see the outline of the muscle here. This is called the platysma muscle, and it's a muscle of facial expression that you use when you grimace. And so we're going to weaken that muscle so it's not as active, and also recreate the youthful tension so that will go away. We're going to do the deeper structures so that we can reposition it. We take out a little bit of the excess, and that's also going to help with the jowl and the area in the lower mouth.
And then where does the fat come from for the folds?
Right, great question. So it comes from that same structure, the SMAS.
Okay.
When we tighten that up to give it that, again, restore it, there's going to be a little excess of that, and I'm going to take some of that out, and then instead of throwing that away, we're going to recycle it. We're going to be green, and right, we don't want to waste. right? And so we're going to make a small incision here, which is going to be in your what we call the nasolabial fold, which is a little prominent on you.
Okay.
And then another small incision here, and we're going to thread it through to help soften that fold.
Oh, nice. So it's really, this fold is not going to be eliminated through a pull.
Correct.
It's just, if anything, the volume's going to go back
Correct.
into the area.
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
Exactly.
Got it.
Your case is a really fun one for me as plastic surgeon, because I think there's so many wonderful attributes of your face, and we just have this one area that's aging a little aggressively, and the neat part is that we have the tools to really do a great job and restore balance and really have a fantastic result. I tailor my facial procedure to what the patient needs. So there's SMAS facelift or subperiosteal facelift or deep subcutaneous facelift. There are all these different kinds, and I personally am not wedded to any particular kind. I change some of my markings a little bit during surgery, so these are just kind of general landmarks that I use.
There was no doubt in my mind as to the level of proficiency and the professionalism and the knowledge that the doctor as well as his staff had. This was not the first plastic surgery he had done, and his credentials and his experience brought me so much comfort. And sure enough, each week it just got better and better. The area that I was struggling with before was in this jowl area here, as well as I felt that my neck was a little bit loose. I did also have a procedure above my eyelid to tighten that area, and I wasn't sure if I really needed that, but now I see just an incredible difference there as well. All I can say is it was just a really wonderful experience, and I'm so pleased with the results. I love putting on makeup again because I do see the change and I feel the tautness, but not in a way that it looks phony. It's just natural. And I know that my husband likes the results. He doesn't like them, he loves the results. Recently we celebrated an anniversary and we were talking about what we love or like about each other. And he said one of the things that he loved about me is I have a youthful attitude, and I couldn't help but think that the way I look also helps the youthful attitude. Getting in and getting a consultation and knowing what you're dealing with would be the starting point. And if you're challenged with some areas and you don't like your chin, you think you'd like to do something with your nose, or just get a little bit more sculpturing around the face, I just would strongly suggest that women do it. I think that being prudent, discerning, what's right for you, why you're doing it, the right reasons, and then go for it. Go for it.